Feeding Our Future, this next fantastic group is bringing a community together while nurturing and teaching our young ones one seedling at a time. Please welcome to the stage Common Unity Project Aotearoa, representing the Wellington region.
Ladies and gentlemen, kia ora and good morning. I'm Mayor Ray Wallace of Lower Hutt, representing the Wellington region. It's my very great pleasure today to be introducing to you a relatively young organisation but doing outstanding work in our community. And I want to introduce two of our most outstanding citizens, Julia Milne and Andy Mitchell, empowering community with core values, cooperation, togetherness, instilling healthy eating, an active lifestyle and sustainability for the future. And now it gives me very great pleasure to invite the coordinator, Julia, to speak to you.
Thank you. The Common Unity Project began with a seed and a wish. The seed of our project was a series of conversations with Ipuni School about how it is that local families were struggling with rising food costs and the availability of affordable, nourishing food. Our wish was to empower this low-decile community to meet their own needs, provide their own food solution and learn other skills by improving the lives of their families. By simply responding to the needs that our community identifies for itself, we have created a successful model for community engagement and empowerment, and our project at Ipuni has grown and grown into a community hub for all.
2.5 years ago, we broke ground at Ipuni School, converting an old football field into a sizable veggie garden and orchard. Here we modelled to our community how with a little resourcefulness and innovation they can grow food sustainably at little or no cost. We actively recycle materials from throughout our community. Our garden beds are made of recycled wood, bricks, tyres and other materials. We compost the waste of local businesses, grass clippings, coffee grinds, even poodle fluff. Our greenhouses and cloches are made from recycled pokey screens and our fences from pallet wood. Our garden is an inspiring hands-on learning environment for our little farmers and beginner gardeners from around the region who we help with advice and whatever materials they need to get started at home. By learning to grow and share food together, we create abundance in our community.
Our acre-sized garden feeds into a cooking program called the Koha Kitchen, where students, parents and volunteers come together to cook nutritious school lunches using our own produce. Our community contributes other ingredients grown by home gardeners or rescued from retailers. This allows us to feed the whole school on a total budget of just $10. Participants learn new skills and recipes and can take home meal ideas and produce for their families. These meals are made using the very best of organic local ingredients, recognising that our children of Ipuni deserve the very best.
In our weekly knitting class, One Small Piece, community volunteers teach our children how to knit, working together to make squares with donated wool and needles, which are stitched together to produce warm blankets for the children. Our volunteers become like family to our little ones as they share stitches in each other's blankets.
Our mums expressed a desire to learn to sew so that they could clothe their children and families at low or no cost. Under the guidance of an experienced volunteer textiles teacher, they were taught to sew first a simple pair of warm pyjamas using recycled flannelette sheets, gifting pyjamas to each of our school's children. From there, their skills have grown. They've learnt to make other products like market tote bags from recycled coffee sacks and donated fabrics, and we are helping them develop a social enterprise so that they are able to sell their wares.
Transport and recreation are limited for some in our community, so we started collecting unwanted bicycles and opened a bicycle library. Bikes are donated or rescued from landfills, fixed up and loaned to our community in return for a small transaction of time in our garden. We're proud to have trained and employed Donal, a local mum, as our bike librarian who provides bikes and inspiration to our community.
The Community Project was founded as a new way of exploring volunteering, where community members could donate time and skills but would receive something back from being involved. We operate on principles of reciprocity. We teach our little farmers we have two hands, one for giving and one for receiving. Using principles of community-led development, we are able to demonstrate that just as everyone has needs within a community, so too does everyone hold solutions. We are governed by a volunteer board who all participate in the project actively. Volunteers lead the bulk of our activities, and countless school and wider communities share skills and learning with one another, recognising that everyone is a change maker. With a lot of hard work by a lot of people, our project has grown in scale, scope and profile. We are open source in all that we do, providing inspiration and advice to other communities and groups.
I come here and I teach them how to knit, and I get paid in cuddles, which I think is the best form of payment. And yes, just you learn. Knitting, I suppose, it's quite a social thing that as you're knitting, often you're talking about other things, and so you do get to learn a lot about the children, and it's really nice.
And that was a local councillor, Lisa Bridson, who leads our knitting project, One Small Piece. The children of Aotearoa School have become knowledgeable little farmers who make healthy food choices, express values of sharing and cooperation, and achieve well in school. The adults who participate in our project have learned new skills and the power of working together. They have become competent and confident gardeners, cooks and sewers. This is Candice Benson, one of the school mums who has involved herself in our project in many ways.
I'm a parent of a 7-year-old whose name is Widamu. I come in as often as I can, which is kind of every day at the moment, to help out with the sewing and the cooking mainly. My son actually enjoys coming to do gardening every Tuesday, and through him I've learned so much about growing food and just what we can do, even with the little things that we have in terms of our knowledge and resources. We can make our lives so much better. We can improve our own well-being. A little bit of effort from everyone can actually make really cool big things happen.
And in our final video clip, Aotearoa School's principal Bunny Willing and our sewing mentor Rolene Watson discuss our project's impact on the school and the wider community.
Through a lot of hard work, we've been able to involve our families, our parents and caregivers, and also quite a number of people in the wider Aotearoa community. We would love to see this rolled out in other schools, because the school actually becomes the hub of the community. It's getting really back to that village lifestyle, which is fantastic.
Not only are the children benefiting because they're learning about how to grow food, how to eat well, but then they're also learning that what they're doing within this environment also has a wonderful impact further beyond, and that they can be agents of their own change, and that they have that ability to do things for themselves and to do things for other people as well.
By recognising that coming together as a community to feed our children unifies us is a celebration of empowerment and inclusiveness. It has been a pleasure to share our story on behalf of all the children and families that are at the heart of our work at Aotearoa. And on behalf of them today, we stand here. Together we create abundance. Kia kaha te.